Originally, Grim Kennet was from Earth, and when she happened to be a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise, especially the prequels and the Clone Wars. One day, however, Grim ended up in the middle of a battlefield during the Clone Wars. Grim was nearly killed in the crossfire of the battle when Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi rescued the young girl. He told her to get to safety. However, Grim ignored him, and upon noticing how he dropped his lightsaber, Grim did saved Obi-Wan, using the Force and his lightsaber. In the aftermath of the battle, Grim sought out Obi-Wan and explained to him her situation, who was reasonably hesitant to believe her claim. To prove she was being honest, Grim quoted Obi-Wan to him, where she would have no way of knowing that he would have said that when the only person he said that to was Qui-Gon. Now convinced, and already having witnessed Grim use the Force, he took her to the Jedi Temple where he spoke with the Council. Yoda asked Grim what she wanted to do, now that she was in another universe, offering to help her find her way back home. However, Grim kindly declined the Elder Jedi's offer and replied, "Since I'm here, I want to try and prevent a terrible ending from happening. I want to save as many lives as possible if I can. I don't care that I can leave things as they are. If there's even the slightest chance that I can save lives, change the ending, then I can't pass it up." As such, she was made Obi-Wan's Padawan. During the war, Grim would grow close with Obi-Wan, quickly seeing him as a father figure. To her, the Jedi Order was her new family, as well as the clone troopers. She would grow close to Commander Cody, looking up to him as an older brother. She would also grow close to Anakin, yet another older brother figure, despite their arguments. Grim also was close to Ahsoka, developing a crush on her fellow Padawan, and during the events of Mortis, Grim and Ahsoka would become girlfriends. Grim was also good friends with Padme Amidala, Captain Rex, and ARC-Trooper 5s. Grim had a habit of disobeying Obi-Wan when she thought she had a better plan or could change something, often ending up stowing away on missions she was told not to join. Grim also had the habit of picking fights with Sith Lords. During the war, Grim would fight Dooku, Maul, and even Sidious himself. Grim dedicated herself to preventing Order 66, but oftentimes struggled with her duties as not only a Padawan, but a commander. Her being Obi-Wan's Padawan often meant she ended up in the front lines far away from Coruscant. The war would take a toll on Grim's mental health, and she would lose more and more hope as the war went on. Grim would successfully change some events and save some lives, but when it came to Order 66, she would ultimately fail. During Order 66, Grim was with Obi-Wan on Utapau. The Master and Padawan would split up minutes before Order 66, leaving Grim far closer to the 212 than she would like. When Order 66 was executed, Grim jumped off a cliff after Obi-Wan, preferring to die her own way rather than the design of a Sith Lord. However, she managed to survive her fall and reunited with Obi-Wan. Upon escaping with Obi-Wan and reuniting with Yoda as well, the three Jedi would return to the Jedi Temple. The sight of the temple was enough to break Grim, who already knew who had betrayed them. Filled with anger and hate, Grim would run out of the temple and fly to Mustafar to confront Anakin, telling Obi-Wan, "I'm doing what must be done, for you will fail to do so. You are not able to do what must be done, to kill a man who is already dead." On Mustafar, she would fight Anakin, only to lose her left arm. Anakin would knock her unconscious and leave her for dead, believing that she was. During Anakin's fight with Obi-Wan, Grim would wake up and rejoin in the fight, despite her master's protest. Together, stricter than canon, the fight would end in victory for Obi-Wan, and Anakin would be left for dead. Grim in too much of a blind anger to see who she was harming by not killing Anakin, and Obi-Wan too full of grief to know his brother would live. After Mustafar, Grim would witness the birth of the Skywalker twins before receiving a new arm to replace the one Anakin had cut off. Obi-Wan and Yoda would then knight the young Jedi, who was still only 17 after 3 years of war. No longer sure what to do with her life, Grim would join Obi-Wan. Grim Kennet would spend 3 years in hiding with Obi-Wan on Tatooine. During this time, Grim adopted the name Luke Kenobi, claiming to be the daughter of Finn Kenobi. Grim would assist Obi-Wan in watching over Luke. While Obi-Wan took a job as a butcher, Grim stayed in the cave, oftentimes meditating on the events that had led her here, and what she would do. Grim knew she couldn't stay with Obi-Wan forever. However, she needed time to discover the role she would play in the galaxy. After 3 years, Grim decided to leave Tatooine. She still wasn't sure who she was meant to be, but she was afraid of accidentally putting Obi-Wan and Luke in danger. Grim would spend 1 more year in hiding, still going under the name of Luke Kenobi. During this time, Grim often moved, getting in trouble with the Empire far more frequently than she would have liked. That was when she realized she had to fight back. Grim would join the rebellion under the codename named the Oracle. As Oracle, Grim would use her information about Star Wars to secretly take down and sabotage Imperial plans. Grim would also work closely with Eddie Fulcrum, helping to give them the information she felt was important. Oracle was left an unknown mystery for the majority of the time she was in the rebellion. She wouldn't show her face to most people. Bail Organa and Ahsoka Tano were the only ones who knew she was the Oracle. It wouldn't be until the Death Star plans were discovered that Grim would show her face to the Rebel Alliance. After the destruction of the Death Star and the death of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Grim took over the role of Luke's master, feeling it was her responsibility and promising herself she would not fail Luke like she felt she had failed his father. She would mentor him in the Jedi ways and join Luke, Han, and Leia on their adventures. During The Empire Strikes Back, Grim would send Luke to Yoda for even more training, and go with Han and Leia, hoping to prevent them from falling into Vader's trap, as well as protect Luke by doing so. Unfortunately, she would not succeed in this, and things would play out the same. Grim would fight in the Battle of Endor alongside the rebels. She wanted to go with Luke to face Vader and the Emperor. However, Luke was aware of this and felt he had to face Vader alone, without his master. And so he had slipped away from Grim and gone on his own, leaving Grim to be with Han and Leia during the battle. Grim would spend the remaining years of her life helping Luke to rebuild the Jedi Order. She adored teaching the other Jedi and passing down the stories and traditions of the Jedi Order she had been a part of. When Kylo Ren turned on the Jedi, Grim would help to evacuate the other Jedi, but would die in the attempt, as Kylo would catch her off guard from behind, killing the Jedi Master.